Hello, and welcome to the Sunday meditation at the Light Institute of Galisteo and the Sanctuary of Light. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, we divide our meditation into 3 parts. In the first part, we do the most important thing. We ask our higher self, our own voice, the intuitive essence of our soul, to take a form for us so that our human self can feel that we belong to that and that this is who we truly are in terms of its energy, whatever energy comes. And we ask it to touch our bodies, we bring it into our bodies, and we sit in meditation. And as you sit in meditation, you can push the button on your machine so that you can sit for as long as you want in that meditation. And then we go to the next part, which is where we practice the art of radiance. We are all beings of light, and we need that light on the planet at this time. And so the way we do that is that we imagine that we're drawing a white light from the cosmos down through the top of our head, down into our solar plexus, our stomach. This is the center of the emotional body. And we laser that energy out across our planet so that we become the channels of light through the planet and back up into the sky. And we just keep drawing it down. You can draw it down with your breath. Breathe in, pull the light down. As you exhale, extend it out. As you do that, it will activate your presence in this world and your sense of purpose. It's a wonderful way to meditate. And then again, I'll make an Om sound, and you push the button again and do that as long as you like. And then the third part of our meditation, people send in each week what they would like us to give to the world. And through our consciousness, through our meditative energy. And this week it will be the theme of peace, because we have wars going on, and people need to realize that peace is a choice, that peace comes from within us. And that if we bring that energy of peace within us, and then we extend that out into the world, it will activate that potential of peace and perhaps bring it to each and all of us. So if you're ready, we'll begin with breath, because when we exhale, a long exhale, it slows our brain down into a meditative state. So we'll breathe in through our nose and out through our mouths. Here we go. Close your eyes. Breathe in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Feel your brain slowing down. Breathe in through your nose. And once again, exhale through your mouth. Great. And now, ask your higher self, the intuitive essence of your soul, your own inner voice, to take a form for you so that you can align to it, to its energy. It could appear as a star or a being, a light of some kind, a tree, an animal, even an equation. Ask your higher self to take a form for you at this moment. Ask your higher self to touch your body where you hold your divine essence at this moment. And just imagine its touch anywhere in your body. And then focus on that place in your body and imagine that you're drawing the energy of your higher self into your body, so that as you sit in meditation, you are sitting as your true self, your higher self. Om. Press the button and sit in meditation for as long as you like. Breathe deeply into your body now and imagine that you're drawing a white light from the cosmos down through the top of your head into your solar plexus and extend it out across the world, back into the sky. Just continue, breathe in, draw the light down, give it out, extend your field, give it out across the planet, back into the sky, and continue to do that. And feel how it quickens you, how it uplifts you, how it gives you, again, a window of light in the future and the potential of everything. And now, bring all of the people in the world, humanity, into your mind's eye, and ask humanity what color it needs from you to find peace inside this self, and to know that it is a choice, and that it is a part of our innate beingness as humans, inside us, deeply inside us, and that as we feel and experience peace inside ourselves, we will perceive peace in all its many facets out into the world. So breathe deeply and ask humanity, what is the color from you that will activate an experience of peacefulness no matter what is happening around us, that we can be the fountain of peace, a sanctuary of peace for ourselves and others. Whatever color comes into your consciousness that you feel that humanity is showing you, again, reach up into the cosmos and draw that color, exactly that color, down to the top of your head. Feel this beam of light coming down and laser it out through your stomach, your solar plexus, and extend it out to humanity. As if through that light you are reminding humanity that we have within us the experience, the knowledge, and the essence of peace. Do it now. And when you feel a shift, as if something has changed, maybe a stillness or an openness, take a deep breath into your body and open your eyes. We have the right to be peaceful, and the more peaceful we are, the more peaceful the world can be. So thank you for practicing that, and I hope you'll continue to practice that. We have a second part of this meditation. It's called knowings. And people from around the world send in questions that they would like for us to massage or to focus on, so that through that conversation we can uplift each other and all of those who are participating in this global meditation. And so Allison will give us the questions that have come this week.
The first question is from Finland. Dear Miss Griscom, I have a summer home in Ukraine, many friends there, and they are having powerful dignity and calm, even though they are in a terrifying situation. They are an inspiration, and I am deeply moved by their grace. I ask you to have an exercise to help all people everywhere to be this kind of heart.
What a perfect question for this moment. You know, spiritually, planet Earth is called the planet of the heart. And that human heart holds within it a kind of kindness. And I, as well as you, are finding right now that every day I'm looking to explore what's happening with the people in Ukraine and the people in Russia as well, who are suffering from the choices of those in power. to create a disharmony. And I am inspired, and I want to extend that energy to the people in the Ukraine and those in Russia that also do not want to fight, that want to extend their hearts to know that they have family on both sides of this dilemma, of this terrible experience that is causing so much suffering. And so the exercise in consciousness that I would offer here is exactly that no matter what is occurring on the outside of us, we can find inside us that kind of kindness, that kind of peaceful energy, the kind of energy of the true human heart. We have that. Every one of us has that kind of kindness. Look at the children of the world. They want to help. Love is easy for them. They do not judge. And these are the energies that we need to access when we think about kindness and we think of the heart. That within us is that capacity to let go of the judgment, to let go of the anger at someone else, and to, as we feel the goodness of our own heart, that we allow ourselves to imagine that everyone that we come into contact with, everyone that we're aware of, as we are through the media right now, that somewhere in them there is the kindness of heart as well. So let's do that, what we call exercise in consciousness, to imagine that we're stimulating that in others. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in your body and bring your awareness into your own heart and find that point of love, of kindness, of caring, of energy that aligns to the highest heart energy of another, or even groups of people, of others, even our honorable opponents, our enemies, that we can find that energy in them. And if you can activate the energy of kind heart in you, you can stimulate or seed the awakening of that kind heart in your enemy. And that can make a difference to what happens in our world. So take a deep breath and bring your conscious awareness into your own heart and feel that vibration of kindness, a vibration, a loving energy, a caring energy, a childlike energy that you always had as a child before somebody showed you that someone was bad. Feel that openness in your own heart. Do that now. Breathe in. Feel your heart energy expanding. Command that it bring forward its highest energy of human kindness, the kindness of the heart. Feel it in you now. And now imagine that you could radiate out from your body. Let it flow through your body first, so that all of the cells of your body feel kindness of the heart. So that your whole body is like a template of that energy, as the Ukrainians are for us today, a template of the possibilities of heart. And now extend that energy from your heart out through your electromagnetic energy. That's the energy that we all extend out into the world, whether we're conscious of it or not. So use your conscious awareness and laser that kindness of heart out from you. And extend it out into this world. And extend it out first to whomever is an enemy of yours. Whether you see one side of the conflict between Russia and the Ukraine as the enemy, extend it out to them. And just imagine that as you extend it out, as it pierces their heart, that it awakens their own kindness, their caring, the highest potential of human expression and choice. Radiate it out and imagine that it's awakening that in your enemy. And then extend it out to wherever you feel you want to extend that energy of kindness of human heart, but out into the world. Around the world, people are suffering because they can't find that place in them. So all they find is fear and anger. So let us, you and I, extend out a truth of human potential and human essence, the kindness of the human heart, and extend it out into the world now. Feel it radiating out from you and feel the lightness that that creates. And imagine that it touches all of these humans. And imagine that something happens. Perhaps there's a smile that comes, or a sigh of relief, or a nodding of the head, or a disappearance. But extend the energy out until you perceive a shift. And take a deep breath into your body and open your eyes. We can participate in everything that happens on our planet, and to all the beings, all the life forms, through our consciousness, and it does make a difference. So thank you for that. Alison, what is the second question?
It's from Estonia.
Estonia, I was there. Hello, Estonia.
Dear Chris, please give one of your exercises in consciousness to stop meanness and fighting in our world. Please, Chris, my heart is crying.
There are untold hearts that are crying at this moment, crying in fear, crying in disbelief, crying that we at this level of our evolution, the evolution of our souls, could engage in the slaughter of each other over the illusion of what belongs to us. No one owns our earth. We are all caretakers of our earth. Imagine that if we're caretakers of our earth, what are we to each other? It's something better than this. And so let us do an exercise in consciousness that awakens, again, as we were a moment ago, awakens not meanness, but again, what makes people mean? What makes people mean is the fear that they have of survival, that they won't survive. So let us use an exercise of consciousness that could dissolve the fear of each other, fear of our future, fear of survival, because these themes need to be dissolved at our level of humanity at this time. Those themes of survival belong to our forefathers, belong to primordial man. We have more. We have the consciousness of the soul that's eternal. Whatever religion somebody is, we know that there is something beyond the self, and that we are the essence and the expression of that something. So let us direct our attention to releasing the fear, the anger, and that desire for survival. It's good to survive, but we want to more than survive. We want to grow and evolve. So let us send an energy that will help the positive necessities that we have today. Close your eyes again and take a deep breath into your body. And imagine now, again, with all humanity in front of you, and especially humanity, the beings who are in conflict, who are dying for their causes or dying for whatever around the planet, that we can perceive where they are holding fear of survival, fear of future. And imagine how you perceive that in humanity. It might look like a black space, or a stone, or a closed energy. However you imagine it, take a moment now and look at the fear, the anger, and the necessity for I'll survive above you that is there in so many people, perhaps in all of humanity at this time. And ask them where they are holding that fear and negativity in their bodies that makes them mean, that makes them fight. And just imagine that they're showing you a place. It could be in an organ, it could be in a part of the body. You could see the place that they're showing you, or hear it, or feel that place that's filled with fear that causes us to fight and be mean. Allow yourself to perceive that. And then ask them what frequency of light, what color they need to release the fear that causes the meanness, causes the struggle for survival, so that we can all come together. Whatever color, the first color that comes into your consciousness, again, draw that color from the cosmos down through the top of your head and extend it out through your stomach, the center of your emotional body, your solar plexus, and laser it out to that point of fear in humanity. And feel that frequency of light. Everything is made of light. It's the cosmic truth. It's the cosmic source. Extend that color into that place of fear. And feel as if the color, and it's allowed to keep flowing through you and into that place of fear, is washing away the fear, washing away the imbalance, the struggles to survive. If we come together, we won't have to struggle. We can help each other. So feel that color dissolving away the fear, and see that the color takes up the space and then flows through the body of humanity, individuals and as the whole, and creates a shift of energy, an energy of courage, an energy to come forward together. We have come on this planet as soul family. We are connected to every being on this planet. So as we send this light that dissolves the fear, it will dissolve the fear inside ourselves and echo an energy that supports the positivity, the potential of living without fear, living in peace, and above all, knowing that we must help and live together on this beautiful planet. Okay. You can set a beacon as if this light will continue to flow through you even after our meditation. I can already sense a growing kind of light, as if it were dawn, that is bringing a higher octave, a place where we don't have to be in mortal fear. Take a deep breath into your body and open your eyes. Clearing fear from ourselves, as we did before in our hearts, helps to clear fear in others. It's fear that causes us to fight and be mean, because we're afraid, and we're afraid that we won't survive. It is within all of us to choose the survival of our planet, of all life forms, and of each other, and we can do that. Thank you. Alison, the last question
is from Poland.
Poland. I have a book translated in Poland a long time ago. I have many friends in Poland. Hello, Poland. Yes.
To Chris Griscom, I met you many years ago, and you were so strong in the light. It has stayed with me, and I try to do the same all these years. I ask you to help all the world right now to be strong in the light, however you can in your beautiful knowings.
How very lovely. And again, like the goodness of the heart, like a fearless self, we are made of light. This is a scientific fact. Everything is made of light. And all we have to do is to wish that we were that, and to imagine that we walk in this world as a being of light. People will recognize it. When you walk down the street or anywhere, if you have that consciousness of being a being of light, and above all, a being that as you extend light, that others around you find it inside themselves, they will also be a beam of light. It's just like, when you smile at someone, physiologically, they can't help but smile back at you. Light is the same way. If you're carrying a light, it will stimulate that essence of light in everyone. Because even someone who is fighting right now, who is angry or afraid, has within the essence of their genetic encoding that light. So let us access that in our genetic encoding and then feel that we're radiating it out. And again, practice it from this moment on, that you are carrying a light, that you walk in the world with that light. I have found, even walking in danger zones, that when I walk with the light, it's something that ancient societies have understood, that when you're radiating out an energy, it's very strong. And the scientific truth is that the level of your energy means that any energy coming towards you has to be equal to yours or faster. Negative energy can't get in. So in fact, walking in light will help you not to be afraid. And if you're not putting out fear through your auric field, through your messaging, other people will not be afraid. They won't be afraid of you, and so they don't need to attack you, and you don't need to attack anyone else. So let us close our eyes and do something really deep and magical, but it is true. Our genetic encoding, our DNA can be changed. It holds the messages and the experiences of our forefathers, and if we find that point of light in our essence, in our DNA, then that will begin to exude out from us and we can activate it. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath into your body. And now imagine that you are going to look at your DNA. It's not in a place in your body. It's actually in your DNA. We have physical DNA, emotional DNA, and spiritual DNA. So it could look like the double helix of your physical DNA, but it might look like something else. There's no right answer. Take a deep breath and ask your body to show you the point on your DNA where you hold that divine, cosmic essence of light. Just take a deep breath and find it. It could look like a star or sun or an expansion, a globe. Find that point of light. And once you have it in your mind's eye, just look at it. And now ask your own higher self, that true essence of your soul, to show you the brightest, most radiant white light, and laser that white light into that essence of light in your DNA, that point of light, to expand it, to activate it, to amplify it, and feel it just bursting out. And however you perceive it, that light gets bigger and brighter. And when you see it expanding out in whatever way it comes to you, now command the trillions of cells of your body to hold that shift, that amplification of light in every cell of your body that holds your DNA matrix. Every cell now is full of light. And as you feel that light expanding through you, uplifting you, freeing you from fear and negativity, and opening you to your own destiny, your own purpose in life, your own experience of self. Breathe deeply and begin to radiate that out, that light out around you and out into the world. And imagine now, feel as if you are walking somewhere in nature, on a street, in a building, anywhere, that you are walking and carrying the light. And it doesn't really matter if someone sees you, but they'll notice it. But what matters is that you, in your consciousness, is carrying the highest energy of humanity at its source, which is pure light, pure white light. So imagine now and see what comes to you. Are you walking in the woods? Are you walking in the desert? Are you walking down a street? Feel yourself walking. You could even be walking in your apartment or your home. Just feel yourself walking, breathing in, feeling yourself expanding, getting taller, getting bigger, getting more bright, and walking and carrying white light. You are the light, as is everyone else. So by walking in light, you will create that ripple effect that others will also walk in light. Take a deep breath into your body. And as you open your eyes, feel that through your eyes, through your whole body, comes light. And what is white light? It's the fastest essence. It holds all the colors. So it says, you and I, we are beings of light, all of us, no matter what. It's our true core genetic essence. I send you all my light and all my blessings and all the energy of togetherness that can stop meanness and war and bring us as guardians of our planet and guardians of each other.